Once again, it's on. It's me, KNG. So, let's go ahead and unpack this thing. What are we talking about today? Genius, the trilogy of Kanye West, The Awakening. I actually seen all three parts. The Awakening was the last one I seen just dropped. I want to talk about it, but we got a lot to talk about, right? Let's go ahead and get into it. First, the change in Kanye West. Ooh, spooky. He's bipolar. He really just had a lot of light skinned kids. I know it might seem strange because his wife is, Caucasian, but having a lot of light skinned kids kind of fucks with your mental. Now, I'll digress, but let's keep it, in the back of our melanated minds. Anyway, so Kanye West uh, went on this journey in the awakening. Um, and I already did a video about the first episode, so I'll just put the last two together. Start with the final one, maybe mix in a couple of the second. Kanye West, um, the third installment of the trilogy, had a long pause, a developmental stage, an anime time skip, for lack of a better analogy. And by George, that is a wonderful analogy. So anyway, Kanye West had a time skip in his docu series. Wonderful. I glad that it happened, um, because we knew it was going to be 3 episodes, and if it wasn't more episodes, then it had to be some kind of skip or something. Uh, the second installment was more so rise of fame, popularity, accomplishing his goal to become a rapper. So, as we know, Kanye West started off as a producer. First installment was his production growing, gaining credibility, signing with, um, or having, the best rappers at that time rap over his beats, signing with The Rock. Now he's in the second installment wanting to showcase his talents as a rapper and get that credibility and the accolade of his lyrics, bars, delivery, so on and so forth. MC mood crowd type of situation. So that second one really showed the rise to fame of that, college dropout album, and how critically acclaimed it was, how the world took to it, and it was, you know, a little bit of this, add water, and it's instant fame. Although he was working real hard behind the scenes, um, but that's what he showed, the grind behind the scenes, what it took to make it happen, how many hands he had to shake, how many babies he had to kiss, how much politicking that he had to do for the right people to hear his music, for him to ultimately get his chance to present himself, which he paid for with his own money to make his own video. And then once he made his video, uh, the world saw him, and it was, you know, he was a golden child. So The Rock, reluctantly invited him in, to, the stable of rappers. And that was basically the second installment. I wish I could say more, but it was nah, nah. But but what is definitely the creme de la creme, which I did like the first, you know, episode was because it was the doorway to notoriety, going from obscurity to being well known and respected for your craft. So I like the transitions that the documentary has shown, and that first transition and this last transition were two of the biggest and the best. Second one, yeah, just yeah. All right, so we go into the third one. Kayne West some lost his goddamn mind, right? He wearing the MAGA hat, right? He talking to Trump, right? Now, let's not get it twisted. Trump did a hell of a lot for black people, um, more than any other president, uh, even Lincoln. You know, Lincoln freed the slaves, but the Emancipation Proclamation was only for the Union. So the Union had to win in order for the Emancipation Proclamation to actually be put into any type of uh, enactment in those southern states where slavery was prevalent. But I digress. Um, the the connection with Trump was definitely one of those "oh he crazy" type of deals that it was brought up in the docu series. Another one was the the slavery was a choice, and the backlash that he got from the black community. Now, I don't know what the fuck people was tripping on slavery was a choice for, because it's been said like numerous times in different ways. Give me freedom or give me death. Okay. So you got options. You got options right there, right? You got options. So you can go with death, you can be dead, or um, you know, you can be a slave. Die a free man or live as a slave. Okay, I heard that one before. That's an option. So slavery was a choice. I could have chosen to die, or I could have fought to the death for my freedom. These are the type of sentiments that are relayed in that type of comment. But our dear brother Kanye West was not seen in the light of those other authors, probably because of his melanin. But that was being shown on the installment there, and really his breakdown, his mental deterioration, you know, was kind of sort of highlighted, if you can call it that, right? I'm talking not the highlight, but the deterioration of this bipolar episode type of scenario. And the point I want to make is you got mad black man syndrome, right? You got mad black man syndrome in three different ways. Today, right? You have it as someone who's in the judicial ju- just judicial system. Blah 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 blah. My tongue feels heavy. I know not what I say. So, in the judicial system is the first one. People that um, see that they're being railroaded into a new slavery system, and it's churning them in and out, churning them in and out. The second is the woke, the conscious black man saying, okay, We gave you all your information, all your knowledge derives from us, and now you use that to, um, oppress us or to hinder us from our natural progression. And I'm mad, right? So that's the third one. I mean, that's the second one, right? I'm on two. No, not what I do. So now the third one, and this is Kanye's. It could be the second one and the third one, but I'll give you the third one. When you reach a interaction, you're interwoven with high society. Um, you're interwoven with the rich, the wealthy, the bougie, right? So, with that said, Kanye West or anyone uh, uh, coming from the melanated masses will see the spotting, see spot run, see spot dive, see spot bark. You would only see a spot of black people. You would only see the spot, the dab, the insignificant portion, right? This infuriates you, right? You say, damn, they living like this? You know what the fuck I seen back in my community? You know what the fuck type of shit niggas is going through back there? And y'all living like this? Oh, I am outraged. I am angry. I might be hungry. Pass the hors d'oeuvres, please. Why? Because you come from the have-nots. You see the haves, and they have so much. It's like, why do you need to have all of this? And why can't we have any? You've kept it away from us. So that's the two that Kanye West could suffer from. Angry black man's syndrome, um, woke conscious, as well as upper echelon entrance. So I'll give you a rundown of me, right? Not really special, but I used to drive Range Rovers to customers. You know, they're purchasing a Range Rover. They had to get their Range Rover repaired, what have you. In driving to and fro their residence, you're able to see a different world than what you come from, what you've experienced in the past. Me myself, I came from suburbia, but you see it elevated. So you have uh, middle class. When you get to upper middle class, people are struggling to survive. You know, to really go in debt to share that life with the upper class, and then you actually have upper class. Like that whole mesh up right there is crazy, and it's spotted. It's like niggas don't go out just because they don't want to be spotted. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in your nice neighborhood. Oh, look where I live. But as soon as you drive into the neighborhood, it's like your melanin give you away. You've been spotted. And I go to police. Do you know anyone here? Can I see your license? Oh, looks like you live here. Is your car? Okay. And see, I went through that scenario, and I was just and the a Taurus. You know, like it was that year, but it was still a Taurus. It was clean as fuck. Yes, true indeed. But just I never drove my mom's car. Anywho, but when you have this angry black man syndrome going on, and you try to go home for solace, for your peace, and you see all these goddamn light skinned kids. What the fuck? I ain't got no chocolate babies. I can't have no chocolate babies, bitch. Are you fucking somebody else? Is these my kids for real? I got to question you, bitch. I found you online. Are you fucking somebody else? So when you get to that point, and then all of a sudden you hear Drake just came down the street, made a right, through the block, through the. You go, damn, Drake light skinned ass. These babies is light skinned. What the fuck is going on around here? Hmm? Y'all better tell me something. Because I'm about to lose my shit. Which of these babies is mine? All of them mine? One of them mine? I gotta get it tested. I gotta get a DNA swab. See, they won't let me take my kids because they know I'm gonna get them tested. They want to keep them in the house. See, this is, you see what I'm saying? Like, is it really up here? Maybe. But I know a nigga that yesterday they said I don't know if them kids mine. And he's not Kanye West. He's just maybe soon to be a baby father, baby daddy, you know. He's found out that ain't his. Who knows? He might be on child support. Uh but yeah, the documentary went over how he went in transition from secular music to gospel music, and how he found his purpose, found himself. Wanted to run for the presidency, wanted to um, change the lives of millions, right? And when you put it together, change the lives of millions. Slavery was a choice. Find a new religion. It all blends perfectly. Let the liquor tell it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to fight for your freedom to choose abortion. But we'll give you $1 million if you don't. Uh, so it was a lot said. He went on a couple rants. Um, he started talking to bigger, more influential um, people, white men. Let's just put it all the way out there. Where is it? Right there. White men. More influential people. I kid. I kid. Anyway, um, I kid because Kanye West is the most influential person of our generation. Um, but you start seeing Kanye do a new politicking. He politic through the fashion industry, and this kind of went over slightly fashion, um, his fashion business, his attention to detail, his um, influence. Shenanigans, man. I'm trying to do a dang on video. My nose won't stop itching. I got the sniffles and knots. Man, why won't it let me be great? It's almost over though. So went into how hands-on he is in his business and fashion, and you know, it was not that entertaining as far as that portion of it. Really didn't go into his designing of shoes and whatnot. That was in that skip, that time skip, which is awesome because it goes from I want to be the best dressed rapper to I'm making clothes. Something to be said in that. Um, Also, the relationship itself is a beautiful thing. The the interwoven connection of life is shown through this documentary. Um, you know, test of time friendships, people coming in and out of each other's lives, making a point to stay in contact, to check on them, to inspire, to love, uh, all those good things. And you just seen that, hey, I know you're genuine vibe when he came back. So it was one of those, hey, I need people like you around me because I've been out so long in this journey of fame and fortune that I need people like you back in my camp. And Kanye's not the same Kanye anymore because when y'all first met, he was a struggling artist. When y'all reconnect, he's the biggest artist in the world. Like, go on, marinate on that. Da-da-dum-dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. I mean, he went from not having money to pay his rent to having billions of dollars with a B. So they say money doesn't change you, but it changes everyone around you. Hmm? Get the picture. I don't have nobody around me that is helping me sustain me because his mother died. It was shown that as his rise to fame increased at a rapid rate, his connection, his mother was almost like a crutch to him as he walked on this new journey, elevated into, you know, idol to the masses. So when you no longer have that crutch, and now you have this influence, and you have people that want to use this influence, um, meaning they want to use you, you know, circumvent influence and just input you, you are now going to be replace Michael Jackson joke with Kanye West joke. You know, um, that's what it is. That's what you sign up for, being the best, being heralded, being um, bestowed the honor of the Walt Disneys, the uh, Steve Jobs. You you put that target on you, and people gonna shoot at you. They're gonna throw rocks, right? Um, so I think that basically sums it up as far as the documentary. Beautiful story of brotherhood, um, loss of his mother, loss of his sanity. I'm not gonna say sanity, but the the veil was removed, right? Because as black people, we see a veil. We only see our world, right? There's only our world. We can't fathom another world outside of our world, um, until you drive up to the neighborhood in a Range Rover and you say, "What the fuck is all of this? What the fuck is all of this? What the fuck is all of this?" I mean, God damn. This is really nice. I say really nice. I'm saying really white, right? Lily white. Anyway, um, so removing that veil, seeing that the other side lives uh, with abundance, and you and yours live with the scarcity. Um, so that veil's pulled off, and he actually gets to see the abundance and uh, the flowing rivers of wines, appetizers, and fundraisers. So um, the other thing is the light skinned kids. It didn't show, but his first child on there. But I know he had other children that were light skinned as fuck as well, and he was definitely hoping for a more chocolatey baby. So I say all that to end it up. I would recommend Yeezus, to any Kanye fan, to any old Kanye fan, uh, because you can see the shape of Kanye. You know what I mean? Not only did he get bigger um, physically, but as far as financially, um, culturally, you see, uh, it's the same, same figure, same identity, and they said that he was playing a role once when he got on. He had to be uh, Yeezy. He had to be Kanye West instead of just Kanye, and this might be a new role for him as far as the um, person that can blurt out anything and say whatever, um, because he has this blunt brilliance, to it, and it's very refreshing. But that's interview Kanye, and this was documentary Kanye. Watch it for yourself. See if you like it. Let me know if you do. Hit me with the comment, like, subscribe, but most importantly, share it for me. Share it for me.